So, this was not planned, and I just had this urge in my heart to come here and talk to you guys about my story. I've gotten a lot of new faces and new followers here lately, which is super exciting, but I realized that I haven't shared my story in a while, and I wanted to just share with you how a binge eating dietitian like myself finally found food freedom and how you can too. So, my story goes back to when I was very young. I always loved food, and I was always stick thin. I could eat however much I wanted and I never gained weight until high school, which I know a lot of us women have dealt with once puberty hits and hormones. I started gaining a normal amount of weight for a 14-year-old girl. But I did not feel comfortable in my body. And after, unfortunately, a few people had made comments to me about how I had filled out and had gained weight, I decided that I needed to go on a diet. And so I decided to eat 600 calories a day. And I lost about 10 pounds in a month until my mom started kind of catching on. We went to therapy, we went to my doctor, and we thought everything was great. And I went back to eating normal food. It didn't last very long. I never got into full-blown anorexia, but it was enough to mess with my head. Because of that 1 month of heavy restriction, I started going into these binge eating cycles in high school. It was really bad. When I got my own car, I would stop on my way home. I would eat all of these snacks from the grocery store, and then I would throw them away at a trash can far away from my house so my parents wouldn't know. I would sneak food. I would eat in secret. I would binge at family events. Food started to control my life, and this was an up and down roller coaster of a ride for almost 15 years, because every time I would try to come out of the binge eating, I would go right back to restricting my calories, depriving myself, and then that would just bounce me right back to binge eating. And this cycle, I can't even explain to you how much it controlled my life. I became a food addict. I would lie, cheat, steal. I would do whatever I had to do to get food. And in this process, I decided to become a dietitian. When I went into college, I originally thought I wanted to be a lawyer. If you know me in real life, you know that I would probably be the worst lawyer in the world. But I decided to switch majors and go into nutrition, partly because I did always love food and I always loved cooking and being in the kitchen, but also because I wanted to fix myself. I was desperate to fix myself and my food issues. And becoming a dietitian really helped me because I learned the science behind eating and the science behind biochemistry and metabolism. And I actually really, really enjoyed every single one of my classes. I became a dietitian. I got my master's in public health and nutrition. And I started working first for WIC, which is a government program, and then now I work currently still with DaVita, which is a dialysis unit. Plus, I got my business license about 5 years ago now, and I started seeing private practice clients on top of all that. But throughout this whole time, I was still struggling with binge eating. Every time a major life event would hit, I would go right back into a binge eating cycle. So when I started dating my boyfriend, when I got married to my husband, when we bought our first house, when we had our first kid, and even more recently when we had our second kid, life changes would always bring about these emotional overeating urges in me because it's all I knew how to do. It's all I knew how to cope with my emotions. And it's something that literally controlled my life and got me into these spirals of anxiety and depression over and over and over again. In the midst of all of this, I got diagnosed with a gluten allergy, and I was told that I had to avoid gluten. And my whole life, I've had IBS, I've had digestive issues and all of that stuff. And going gluten-free not only helped alleviate those issues, but it also helped alleviate a lot of my mental health struggles like anxiety and depression. But again, because I don't do well with restriction, I would go full-blown gluten binges because I would just miss gluten so much. I would focus on how I couldn't eat bread with my family anymore or eat my favorite binge foods. Most of my binge foods were gluten-filled foods. And so my struggles with food were very deep-seated, and this whole time I'm a dietitian, I'm a nutrition expert, and I'm struggling, and I felt like such an imposter because I felt like I couldn't get a grip on my own health, and how am I supposed to help others do that, right? But what I've learned and talking to so many other dietitians and people in my industry is that we often want to help people with what we've struggled with the most. I have this deep desire to help women just like me who feel like there's no way out in their emotional eating and there's no way that they could find food freedom or be an intuitive eater. I want to help those women because let me tell you, I have found food freedom. Praise the Lord. I have found food freedom. I'm an intuitive eater, and I truly believe that this process is possible for all of us. And it's a long process and we have to be patient with ourselves. But if a binge eating dietitian like myself, who would blow hundreds and hundreds of dollars on binge food in just one night, can be 7 months binge free now and come to a place where she feels free in her food choices, but also lives a healthy and nourished life, you can too. I promise you, you can too. This is what I teach my clients. Women come to me who have tried everything, who deal with emotional and stress eating, who also have orthorexia and don't even know what to eat because there's so much confusing research out there with nutrition that we don't even know what to eat anymore. We just say, forget it. I'm just gonna eat whatever I want because I don't even know what's healthy anymore. Women come to me who have tried Weight Watchers, who have tried calorie counting, who have tried binge eating, or who have binge ate, who have tried keto and paleo and gluten-free and vegan and this diet book and that shake, and they've tried everything and they are at their wits end on what to do. They come to me and we work together, and it's not as sexy of a process as here's your meal plan with your calorie count and here's some color-coded containers and this is the shake you should eat and I don't give a yes and no food list. It's not as attractive as those diets, let me tell you, but it works because it takes a while, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of growth, and it takes a lot of self-reflection on why you think the way that you think when it comes to food, your relationship with food and health, and your relationship with your body. And we approach it from this place of feeling nourished in your body, still eating healthy, nourishing foods, but also enjoying the freedom of a cupcake and chips and salsa and your favorite treat with your kids. Having both, there is room for both in this nourished and free lifestyle that I preach. And so that is my passion. That is I believe my life's purpose, why God had me go through what I went through for almost 15 years, to come to this place now where He has given me this freedom and to be able to teach it to all of you guys. And so if you're a woman who struggles with food and emotional eating and binge eating and not even knowing how to eat because we're so confused out there with all of the confusing nutrition research, come to me, let's chat, DM me and let me know how I can help you. If you have any questions about nutrition, if you want to work together more closely, if you're interested in anything that I offer to work with clients together, come to me and let me help you, because I would love to work with you and I would love to guide you in this process, because it's not me, it's you. My clients are amazing. My clients are the ones who are digging deep, who are journaling, who are really reflecting, who are coming to me and saying, hey, I just binged last night, like let's talk about this, who are being open and honest with me. My clients are the true rock stars. I'm just there to guide them. I'm just there to kind of give them some like land posts and landmarks and help them, guide them through their journey, because really the hard work, it's up to you to do the hard work. So I just wanted to hop on here and share that with you guys. I'm in the middle of a 3-day free challenge right now that I'm running in a private Facebook group. If you want to join that, the link is in my profile. It is completely free, and I talk about more of my tactics and my strategies that I use with my one-on-one clients. I'm talking about some of those with you guys for free. So if you want to join that group, the link is in my profile and you'll get a confirmation email with access to the private Facebook group. There's video recordings and live teachings and really awesome discussions happening in the comments with the other women that are in the group. So if you want to join that, the link is in my profile. This was completely off the cuff, not even planned to talk about this today, but I just felt the need to share with you all some of the things that I've been through. And if you're new here, please introduce yourself. I love meeting my followers and getting to know them more. I've made some really good friends through this account, which I'm so grateful for. And so yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. Please ask me any questions that you might have about this topic and nutrition and food freedom and all of that stuff, because it's my jam. It's my thing. So I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I will chat with you later.